Hello all you beautiful people, how you doing here today? This is Love Temptress and welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, welcome. Hi! So today we're going to start doing the 1.16.5 mod tutorials. We're going to start with, obviously, one of my favorites, one of the first tutorials I ever did, and that is Tinker's Smeltery, or Tinker's Construct. This is the 1.16.5, and there's been quite a few changes. So we're just going to start over and go through it all again. This will be a multi-part series. So this one is just going to be the basics, how to get started. All right, first of all, I wanted to show you, these are all the table varieties. Isn't this beautiful? I love how they added all the different styles. And of course, you can see the different kinds of wood. So depending what you make your table out of, including the stripped version, that's what the top ones are. So the regular wood log or the stripped. And that is what your tables will look like. So many different varieties, and I'm very thrilled with that. I think it's a good move on their part, and I love it. All right, so let's get started. So Tinker's Construct, is for, well, making tools, and they make some really good tools, but some things change. So first of all, the patterns didn't change, except for you do get one extra pattern this time. So it's still 2 oak stick, 2 planks, any kind of planks, and 2 sticks. And so that will get you 3 of the patterns. Now you'll notice up here, if you have a crafting station connected to other ones, or in this case, connected to the other tables, it will connect and you will have the tabs at the top to go back and forth. I think this is excellent even with the crafting stations connected, because then we could go from one to another if you're trying to craft multiple things. I just love the crafting station. So now how do you make the crafting station? You use a log and a pattern. And again, depending what you want it to look like, that's the kind of log that you'll make. But they're so easy to make, you can make lots of them, like I usually do. Okay, so that'll make the crafting station. Now it's so much different than a crafting table, because a crafting table I cannot sit something in. It will not stay there, you know, vanilla. So, but a crafting station, as you can see, you can put stuff in the table and it will actually stay there. So if you need to go grab something else or whatever, or if you want to set up stuff like what I did, then you can just see it right then and there. And it's beautiful. I love it. All right, so next we need the Tinker's Station. So for that one, we're going to do 3 of the patterns and 4 of the planks. Again, depending on what kind you're wanting, that's the kind of planks you'll use. All right, the next, and I just used oak for all the traditional, show you the recipe ones. All right, next for the part builder, we're going to have 2 planks and 2 patterns. Now you'll notice there is 1 table we just don't have anymore. So we do not have, okay, let me think about this. This always confuses me. We have part builder, Tinker Station, and crafting station. The Tinker Station took the place of both the tool station and the stencil table. So if you look here, instead you go to part builder and you do it that way. So you no longer have the stencil table and the tool station. Now we're also going to want a Tinker's chest. So for that, you're going to use a chest, 4 lapis, a plank, and a pattern. And that looks like so. As far as I can tell, the only variant of that one is that color. There is no other colors that you can do. But you're also going to want the part chest. These will do different things. So for that one, you're going to want a pattern, a chest, a plank, and 4 sticks. And then you're probably going to want to start with a book. That is if the pack you're playing does not already start you with a book, because some of them do. But if you need to make one yourself, it's just a book and a pattern, and that gives you the materials and you book. Okay, so the materials in you book is going to give you a whole bunch of getting started stuff. I definitely recommend reading it And there has been a lot of books added that were previously not in here. And so they're not all finished, but they definitely look pretty good. All right, so first of all, we're going to set our tables up, right? As long as all these are connected with a crafting station, you have to have a crafting station, because if I pick this up, first of all, see, you can get to all of them here, but if I pick this up, it takes away that function. Well, I just lied. It used to take away that functionality. I never said I was perfect and I know everything, but I at least try, right? All right, so it used to be you had to have the crafting station in order to connect these together, but apparently they have fixed that, so that's pretty good. All right, so we're going to go into the part builder. As you can see, there is a spot there for the patterns. Now, this is different. You don't actually make the stencils anymore. What you do now is you put whatever material you want. Cobblestone. To begin with, you're probably going to have cobblestone, wood, as soon as you can get some. Flint, which you can still, recipe for flint, you can still use 3 gravel to make 1 flint, because that is a Tinker's Construct recipe. Bone, whatever it is that you're wanting to use. Over here will tell you what kind of value it's going to add, and then you simply pick which part you want. So say I wanted a tool binding, which again used to be a simple X. It looks quite a bit different. Let's say we wanted to make a simple pickaxe, okay? So whatever it is we wanted to make, we'll do wood for the handle. And then you're going to switch over to the Tinker Station. I mean, kind of similar to the Tinker's tool station. There you go. We have a pickaxe. And if we switch it back over to that right there, the modifier and repair, and we click it up in there, it'll tell us what modifiers we have. So we, and it'll tell you what you added. So if you need to know that, it'll tell you all the different things here, including if you have any modifiers available. So, but there you go. This is the basic setup. And of course you have your part chest. So if we make different parts on accident, you know, oopsies, I just made 45 of those. What was I thinking? You can stick them in the part chest. It does only hold so many. And as you can see, we can only put so many in there. So it's only going to hold so many of one certain type. And it does go in here though. But in the part chest, it's only going to hold so many of each. So, you know, when you get spare parts, you accidentally make something, then that's what these are going to be for, which I actually love. Now, later we're going to get into, they have another chest, and that's going to be for cast. But that's going to be it for this. Getting started with your tools is pretty easy. But these are the new recipes because they did change. So if you're freaking out a little bit because everything's different, this is what you're going to do. Now, one thing to know, see how I only have 7 patterns left? It does use 1 pattern cost for everything you make. So keep that in mind. So for instance, if I wanted to make, say, pickaxe heads, you have to have the patterns in there. That is completely different than Tinker's before. You actually have to have the patterns in here to make it. But since the patterns are so cheap to make, that's not a big deal. At least I don't think it is a big deal. My hubby disagrees. All right, that is it for the Tinkers getting started. Next time we will work on more advanced tables, and I don't do the weapons and stuff here normally. If you want a tutorial on the different kinds of weapons, what each one of them do, and all that kind of stuff, you're going to have to let me know. But we will work our way up to even setting up a full smeltery and how to get all that to work and everything. All right, but that's it for this time. If you have any questions or comments, leave those down below, and I will have the link to this version of Tinkers for you down below also. All right, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button with the notification bell so you can see when all the new videos come out. And I have lots more tutorials coming up, so don't miss those. All right, until next time, this is Lava Temptress. Don't get burned. Bye!